ambition. Coke girl, coke girl, coke girl, coke girl, coke girl, coke girl. They gon' love me for my ambition.
Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Kimmy the Hustler. Yes, baby girl has been reciting that for months now. Ooh. Okay, telling my business as we start. Yes. There's only two of us. Yes, we're having a little girl. We're having some fun. Okay. Well, yes and no. I'm going to pull out my locks today. Yeah, so we're going to cousin Gia's house. So yeah, I'm going to pull out my locks today. I locked my hair 4 years ago. Not sure why that is funny, but okay. So yeah, I'm going to pull out my locks. I locked my hair around 4 months ago on a very bumpy road. Yeah, trying to cut out the traffic on another road. I don't like to sit in traffic. I've traveled in taxis for too many years to not know the back roads. But yeah, I locked my hair 4 months ago, and honestly, I just felt like after I lost my parents, I'm just in the stage of life, like, you know, anything that I said I wanted to do, like for years I've been wanting to do certain things, and I kept on putting it off, thinking I have all this time in life. I'm not really about that anymore. So I locked my hair, had the experience. It wasn't bad, but whenever it needed to be like retwist, and for the persons who know my hair texture, you know my hair easy for fuzz out. I like it very easy for fuzz out. So like as it do, it pull out. It's kind of look homeless whenever my hair need to retwist. If I was supposed to let this out, like you couldn't believe, say I know a 60-year-old woman who them not give her a pension. That's how I look when my hair isn't done. It just look stressed out. I need to stop and get some supplies for my business. Not supplies, but inventory for my business. I have to plug Zenny Optical in this video right now. You see me driving with the windows down. I'm gonna bring it up soon, but it's because I'm in my prescription sunglasses. And yes, you heard me right. Usually I cannot see out of sunglasses, so you almost never see me in them. But then Zenny Optical reached out to me for a Valentine's campaign, so like months ago, yeah, for a Valentine's Day campaign. I got the option to choose which glasses I wanted. No, they had regular prescription glasses.
And then yesterday we go to the beach.
No, we never got to the beach yesterday, baby. That was like weeks ago. Yeah, we're gonna go back one day when mommy feel better. I soon touch on that as to the reason why I'm taking a break from going to the beach. But yeah, they reached out to me, asked me to pick. They had like maybe over 30 glasses for me to pick from. And then I was like, you know, prescription sunglasses. And I'm saying, what if that's the reason why I've never been able to see out of ordinary sunglasses? Is it because I wear prescription and I'm just always wearing them without the prescription lens? So I tried it, and let me just tell you, look at me driving. My car is tinted. I have on sunglasses. Yeah, BP. Yeah, so yeah, baby girl telling you that's the name of my car. So yeah, look at me in my tinted BP. I can't refer to it as the car, I have to call its name. So BP is tinted. My glasses is a sunglasses, prescription shades, and I can see so clearly. Like yesterday was sports day for Meepy. So yeah, my daughter Meepy, my car Meepy. Yesterday was sports day for Meepy, and it was great. I wore these the entire day, and let me tell you, not once I felt dizzy, not once I had a headache. Like I even ran in my glasses. I came third, by the way. My daughter, she came first in a race and came second in 2 other races. Daddy ran, daddy came second, daddy came second in his race, which was so surprising to me because I've seen daddy around from like 2012. I didn't really know him that back then, but I was seeing him around. Really got to know Daddy like 2014. And let me just tell you, I've never seen that man around. Never. So that's like over a decade. And I've never seen him around. So imagine how shocked I was yesterday when I saw that man run. Like, that man blaze. Hey, one thing, you know, you see taxi man, I got taxi on the road. My God. Like, I'm no big driver. But you put on your indicator and then you wait until somebody give you way. You know, just put on the indicator and swing out the car in on the road. Mighty God, and look when him come stop up here, so. Oh, I tell you, like they get to me. And we don't want to really get mad, you know, because my voice is hoarse. Yesterday at the time of my life at that sports day, okay? Like, I love sports day and I'm so proud of baby girl. Because baby girl is a stushona, you know. And baby girl don't like dirt on her hands, except for when she are playing in dirt. Don't ask me how, I don't understand these kids. But like for the shoes and socks race, the dirt from the field went on her socks and baby girl stopped on and pick it off. The dirt went into her sneakers and some grass and baby girl stopped and pick it out. So she came fourth in that race, but nonetheless proud of her. One of the most dangerous things about, to me, let me just take to me, about driving with the AC on is that I never really know how fast I'm going. Like, I never really know how fast I'm going. So the car was sailing just now and I didn't even realize because the AC is on, and when the windows are up, I mean, I'm not feeling that breeze hitting me in my face, so I just don't know how fast I'm going. God, please don't tell me see a traffic up here, so please. But yeah, yesterday for sports day was great. Proud of baby girl, proud of Papa Bear, proud of Mama Bear. Uncle Bear came in 6th. We appreciate the effort, Uncle. Yes, we do. Baby girl brought up the fact that we went to the beach yesterday, and I was saying it wasn't yesterday, it was a few weeks ago. No, I went to the beach a few weeks ago and it was one of the most horrible experiences I've had at the beach. No one did anything to me. It was just my mind. My mind really and truly was so messed up that day. So I went to the beach a couple weeks ago. If you know me well, you know I love the beach, right? And the beach is actually, I think, my top relaxing spot to visit. Yeah, a day at the beach can do so much wonders for me, no matter how hot the day is. But I just love going to the beach. I love going to the beach in the early mornings when the waves are crashing in on the shore, cool air, the sun is rising, the sky is beautiful, you see all the way out to the skyline, and it's just relaxing, right? But I went to the beach a couple weeks ago and something felt so off. Every time I describe it, I feel like, oh no, people are gonna think I'm crazy, but I just felt so off. When I was trying to go into the water, I felt like I was going to drown, you know, like something was just gonna hold me down and bring me away into the water. And then as I started going into the water, I felt like I was hearing voices coming from the water and I wasn't confident. And it was just strange because I'm like, you know, Kimberly, what is wrong with you? Like, you used to go beach as a teenager, like my cousins, my friends used to backflip in the water in my teenage years. It wasn't until I backflipped like in a shallow area, and when I fell, I hit my head in the sand, and I'm telling you, that thing hurt. That whole experience, and from that I never backflip again. But that wasn't traumatic enough for me to not return to the beach. Like, backflip 1 and 2 times after that, you know. But yeah, I just used to love going to the beach. But I think, don't follow Zai. You hear, the minute Zai go to the beach, she goes into the water for like 2 minutes, that's it. She's trembling like crazy. Even if the sun is hot as hell out there, she's gonna tremble. And then she's ready to go, which I'm not ready to go. But yeah, that day I was ready to go because as I stood on the shore and I looked out into the water, I realized that it was the first I was going to the beach since my mother's funeral. No, it wasn't scary. I don't want her to be scared. No, it wasn't scary. It wasn't scary, baby. The beach is fun and nice.
But mommy, why did you deep in?
Why did I went deep in the water? Mommy was trying to feel comfortable. That's why I tried going out deep to dip myself, but it didn't work out that day, okay? I'm gonna wrap this story up short because I don't want her to fear the beach, because like I said, that's one of my favorite spots and I'd love to share my favorite experience with her. I'm just not going to go for a little while because, yeah, like I said, something was off. So back to my lock journey. I'm just trying out things that I've always wanted to try. Lots more in the pipeline to do, a lot more, because even though I'm pushing myself, I still have doubts. I still have moments where I'm sad and then I just drown in like a sea of sadness. But I'm pushing. I'm really pushing, trying to stay busy. Sometimes I get too busy though. Like sometimes I'm tired, be it 9 to 5 during the week, managing my business during the week, going on the road almost the 2 days for the weekends. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to send her to church if I have a family member that's going. My mom, really and truly, that was something that my mother even wrote in her letter. Yeah, grandma died. But I was just sharing something that Grandma Andra asked of me. She asked of me to ensure that I continued her in Sunday school, because my mommy was so big on her going to Sunday school. So I'm trying my best. Sometimes I feel like I'm failing because, like I said, I'm just busy all over the place. But I'm gonna try my best. Even if I don't get the chance to go to church, I'm going to get her stuff ready so that she can go to a family member. Her Sunday school teacher, trust me, her Sunday school teacher is always asking, you know, how comes baby girl not at church? Remember grandma? So I like when people keep me on my toes like that, especially for things that my mom would have wanted or asked. And I'm not talking about things that people are spelling or guessing if my mom would have loved. I'm talking about things that people know, people that my mom would have had discussions about those things. So I appreciate when those people give me a little, you know, a rain check and tell me, say, hey, remember that grandma wanted this for baby girl. And so yeah, I appreciate all of that support and just helping me to stay in line with baby girl, because truth be told, mommy and daddy don't always get it right, you know. And that's just the reality, and I'm not going to say a sad reality, right? Because as parents, we do get busy. So mom and dad don't always get it right, but big up to the village, shout out to the village that surrounds us, from before, you know, my parents passed to during the whole process of burying them and after. I truly appreciate it. Remember I asked you for a little time because I need to make a stop first. I'm just getting some stuff for my skincare business. I can't take so much on this. I'm almost out. I have to reorder for two. I have to reorder cotton pads as well. Alright, so I have those. I think I'm gonna need this as well. That I've mentioned my business, let me just go ahead and plug my business. Kojic acid soap and skincare. I have a skincare business. I resell Kojic and Kojic acid soap, and that soap is really good to get rid of acne scars, hyperpigmentation, and a skin condition called melasma. So I've been using Kojic acid soap since like 2020. Yeah, that's when I first got introduced to it, and throughout the years I have added other things to my skincare routine. So the Max Celeres acne solution is one, and I just use that with a cotton face pad to apply it to my face. I'm gonna just show you a picture of like what my skin looked like before. See like what my skin is looking like now. I've come a far way with my skin, okay? I've come like a really far way with my skin, so I'm glad that it's looking a lot better. Remember I was sharing like my, you know, my progress on my status, and somebody saw and asked me and told them where they could get it, and then somebody saw me in halfway through one day. I was asking me, and I said, you know, I need to start selling these. So I started selling them, and my business has been since then. Some of you may purchase from the page before, some of you may see the page before, but you just don't know I'm the one behind it. It wasn't until I started promoting my face, myself. I started doing videos with my face included in maybe around early February or late January of this year, that a lot of persons started knowing that, oh, this is your business. So yes, that's my business. If you're interested in purchasing, I'm going to drop the Instagram link in the description section of this video. You can just go on my Instagram page, whether on my personal page or my business page. I take orders anywhere. If you want something to drop it in the comment, I will reach out to you. Right? If you're interested, just drop in the comment that you're interested. I'll just share the link to the Instagram page as my response. Support has been tremendous since posting on TikTok, so I'm grateful for that. I'm going to stop and make some deliveries on my way home. So I offer island-wide delivery as well via Knutsford Express. Yes, and we're going to Gia's house. The goalpost hasn't moved. We're going to Gia's house. So I offer island-wide delivery via Knutsford Express and Zip Mail. So if you're not in St. Anne, I can get it to you anywhere. Okay? Yeah. If you're in the St. Anne's Bay area, there's a pickup location there. Sometimes I do offer delivery in Ocherius. I don't really like to do it because I'm not always in the Ocherius area. And I don't want to tell that, oh, I'll be doing deliveries on Monday and then something come up and I don't, and I'm not able to. And then you just, you know, lose faith in the business. No, I'm not about that life. So I stick to the deliveries that I know I'm sure of. Zip Mail and Knutsford Express. The AC really messing with my voice, but baby girl is gonna start complaining that, Mommy, I'm hot. You're laughing. That's exactly how you sound. The next thing that I want to speak to you about is my charity, Path of Purpose Foundation, and I started that charity in 2022, and it really just came about from being inspired by teenage mothers who continue their education. And this is like from a longer time. Like, this is from high school days. I've always respected students who got pregnant and that wasn't the end of it for them. Like, they went to the Women's Center of Jamaica Foundation and they continued their education, and I just always feel immensely proud of them. I've always known of the stigma from I was a child, but when I got older, I saw grown people like just continuing with the stigma, and I was like, you know, I think people grow past certain things. I just thought a lot of these girls aren't getting pregnant by their teenage counterparts. No, right? Or we turn a blind eye to a lot of things, and we always, you know, victimize these teenage mothers. And it was a particular experience, 2 experiences in Kingston. One of my work locations was close to one of the Women's Center of Jamaica Foundation location, and just being on the road, them walking, seeing a person, stigmatize them if they want to get into a taxi, you know. It's like everybody vex face, you know, have vex face to the pit them, and then they speak about these girls so openly, like within their presence. And it was just so distasteful. And I remember saying to one of my best friends that, you know, she was my co-worker at the time. She was just my co-worker at the time. I remember saying to her that, you know, I'm going to do a charity for these girls, but I'm going to start with the Women's Center in my parish. What really made me start that charity was I was taking the JUTC bus back then. And I was at the bus stop with, you know, a teenage mother. You know, she had her pregnant belly. It was very big at the bus stop when we were all waiting on the bus. Now, I was living on the boulevard, so any bus coming up on the boulevard on a weekday morning, work hours, you know, everybody heading to work, it's gonna be full. So we're all there just waiting on our bus with enough space. We get on a bus that it had person standing in the but it could stop. It actually had space for other persons to stand. Got on the bus with two older gentlemen and a few other women at the bus stop. Now the teenage mother, she came on the bus with us, and you know, the bus driver, big up to you sir, actually asked if someone could stand and give her a seat. So I'm thinking, yeah, people stand up and give the girl a seat. Me with my country thinking, so people, that was not reality. All of a sudden, everybody crippled. Nobody could get up and give the girl the seat. And I was just there looking like, are you serious? Like, she's pregnant. She's heavily pregnant. Why wouldn't someone just get up and give her a seat? They didn't. I said, okay. It's a different experience for me. I just couldn't believe no one would give a pregnant woman a seat. The bus driver waited until, you know, he might drive off because people start, because driver work, me, I'm going to be late, blah, blah, blah. You make one somebody hold up the bus, he drove off. As soon as the man drive off, you want to hear the people in the bus. Nobody listen or go bury themselves about that with them little young girl, they love take man, and they went on and on again in her presence. Went on and like she could hear her. I offered to hold her bag. That's the only thing I could do. I was standing myself. I offered to hold her bag. Then we came off the bus. Something just told me to, you know, just walk with her. I walked with her and I was just telling her that, you know, I really love the fact that she decided to go back to school. You know, she was just telling me, you know, how her mother is upset with her. I mean, naturally, no mother wants for their, no well-thinking or well-being mother wants for their teenage daughter to get pregnant. And, you know, she was just telling me that, you know, after she did her subjects, what she's planning to do. Me and we're walking from the transport center to that taxi stand. We take like taxis to go to Papi in US side. So it was a quick little conversation, but I held her back the entire way. We were just talking. I put her in a taxi, and you know, I went about my day. A couple weeks after, we're at the same bus stop. I got to the bus stop before her. She was walking towards the bus stop, and a big man at the bus stop, he started chatting the little girl. Me hate to them little pitney with belly when them for their school, and them love take man so much this and that. No, the older man that was at the bus stop the day when she got into the bus, he said to that man, the man would have been younger than him, he said to that big man that, you know, the first time you see them say, you know, I feel your age, for me age, big man, I make them drop out of school, go fool around with the little girl them. And me I say in my mind, yes papa, whap him papa. And the man I say, you know, she'll go back to school. Make she go back to school. Don't discourage her. Don't talk, make her know she here. Make she go back to school. Me I say, yeah. Felt so good that day. Let me tell you, I always say good morning at the bus stop. Despite, you know, the whole notion. And that's true. Kingston people don't feel that way, but that's true. Despite the whole notion of Kingston being a fast-paced place, and some persons from Kingston, they like to use that as an excuse. That's why they don't like to say good morning. You know, they don't really like to greet people that go about their business. Or them tell they say them don't know you, so why them greet you. But yeah, when you come from outer Kingston, you say morning to everybody. You really don't know them. From that morning, look here, I give that old man an extra special good morning. I give me to say good morning faint. I have to say it loud, because him have to hear my good morning. Me pay want a party? You want a patty? No? I stop and get a patty, mommy. I'm hungry.
Okay, you can stop getting a potty. Fine.
Okay, thank you. Hungry bird.
I said fine.
Okay, thank you. Almost my boss. Mother pass and let me with another mother. Yeah. So I stopped by Juicy Party, got a juice. I shared that with baby girl.
Yummy.
It's yummy. I got some patties. Yeah, I know you don't ask, and I know.
Mommy, that is a potty.
Speak.
The blue something is a potty.
What blue something? No, it was my first. I am losing I feel like I'm deflating as I speak. Like my energy level is just going down, and I'm not even at my cousin yet. It's because I am hungry. So yeah, let me pick up on where I dropped off. So I'm doing a donation before school goes out and break for this term. Let me try Garon girl. Wrap it up on Garon, Kim. Yeah. I did that. Anyways, yeah. I am gathering donation for my charity, so I donate resources, so baby items, items for the new mothers, just things that will actually help them to adapt to life. As I ease back to a little information about my charity, Path of Purpose Foundation, I provide resources to the teenage mom. So what I usually do is ask persons for donation of baby items if they're new or in really good condition, because let me tell you, second-hand items when you have a child goes a very long way. This year I want to get more like diapers and wipes, so I'm hoping to get a few more sponsors on board. After my mom passed, it took me a really good while to even go back to that institution to do the donation, because my mom usually accompanied me to that Women's Center of Jamaica Foundation location over the years, and so it's like anything that I used to do with my mom or my mom was heavily involved in, I wasn't motivated to do it, because I constantly had it in my mind that, oh, my mom is no longer here. But thanks to my cousin who followed me late last year, I went, not really late last year, but within the September to December school term last year, I went. Going forward, I want to make a donation every single school term. So if you miss this donation, that's fine. Reach out to me, please. If you're not in St. Anne, you're in other parts of Jamaica and you want to come on board, reach out to me. I will arrange with you to either, you send it off to me via Northwood Express or Doorway Express or, Tara, DHL. There are a few options that we can use to actually get them to me, but I welcome all the donors coming on board. So yeah, that's how we support the teenage mothers are going. I have a target them. When I visit the institution though, I don't really bring a lot of persons with me. Usually just go with my mother. And when I went last year, I only brought my cousin. Reason being, these are teenagers. They're still under 18. I don't want persons to be coming there taking pictures of the girls. No, right? Whenever I'm putting out any content, I ensure that the girls' faces they aren't showing in the video. I just don't want to bombard them, truth be told. And you just have to be careful who exactly you bring around the girls. You don't want anybody that's going to say the wrong things to them. So I'm a bit mindful of the persons that I bring with me, and again, I don't really bring a lot of persons. So there are times when persons say to me, oh, I want to visit, and no. Especially if you're just coming on board the cause. I've never worked with you in a setting like that when it comes on to like charity or social reform programs are I've never had that kind of experience with you, so I wouldn't bring you along. Sorry. I have to ensure that I do what's within the best interest of the girls and what's within the best interest of myself as well as an advocate for these girls. I'm like 15 minutes away from my cousin's house. Her cousin's house. You'll see me when I'm pulling out my locks, okay? So we're now at cousin Gia's house. So this is what my locks look like now. And yeah, I'm just gonna get them out, give my hair a deep conditioning, and then back to my regular hair. Yeah. It is now
Night.
yeah, it's now night. So it is now night. I look rough as hell. My hair isn't finished, but it's now 7:50. I can't really see at night, you know, so I put on my prescription glasses. I made it home. Even thanks, got baby girl home safe and so on. But yeah, my hair isn't finished. You see all that build up. I have quite a few more to go. Like maybe only half of my hair pull out. Like I have so much more to go, but I'm beat, I'm tired. And again, if it was just me alone, I probably would have chance to stay longer with my cousin for her to finish it up. But I have a baby girl here and I had to get her home safe and so on. So
I can tell you what to say.
no, actually, let's not get into that. I'm going to resume the process again tomorrow.
Welcome to our YouTube channel.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to close out the process tomorrow
Yay!
of getting my locks done. Okay, high five. Thank you for being such good company today. Love you. All right?
You let's come out.
Yeah, let's come out.